In the long story of humanity, there are love stories that don't just change two people. They change the fate of entire nations. The love between Queen Cleopatra of Egypt and General Mark Antony of Rome is one of those rare legends to pin. A love so powerful, so defiant, that it altered the course of history. Today, we'll relive that story. Not as a tragedy, but as a reminder that when we dare to love passionately, boldly, and wholeheartedly, we become unforgettable. Cleopatra was far more than a beauty icon. She spoke more than 7 languages, mastered diplomacy, and could turn any meeting into a political victory. Victory.
After the death of Julius Caesar, Rome's power split into 3. Among them, the strongest was Mark Antony Ter.
A legendary general, feared on battlefields and adored by his troops. One was a queen, fighting to protect her nation. The other, a warrior whose name shook Rome. Two powerful souls on a collision course set by destiny. In 41 BC, Antony summoned Cleopatra. But Cleopatra never arrived anywhere as a subordinate. She arrived as a statement. Her ship, plated in gold, sails dyed royal purple, the color of kings. Music drifted from the deck. Incense filled the air. Antony, a man who had stared down armies, stood stunned. Not by her beauty, but by her presence claim, her unmistakable message. I do not come to bow. I come as your equal. From that moment forward, something sparked between them and they. A mutual respect, a magnetic pull. And then, love. They did not love each other simply for romance.
Yeah.
They loved each other because they recognized strength, mirrored strength. Cleopatra was brilliant, ambitious, visionary.
Antony was battle-hardened, bold, yet willing to listen.
Together, they formed an alliance between Egypt and Rome. They planned strategy side by side.
If we hold the coastline, we cut off his supply.
Agreed. We meet them at the Delta. They hosted grand celebrations that became legend. And above all, they chose each other during the most turbulent years of their lives.
Antony's rival, Octavian, viewed their love as a threat.
He spread propaganda, claiming Antony had been bewitched by Cleopatra again, turning Rome against them. In 31 BC, the Battle of Actium began. Antony, a master of land warfare, was forced into an unfavorable naval battle and lost. He retreated with Cleopatra to Egypt. But Octavian followed. As Alexandria fell, Antony received false news that Cleopatra was dead.
Devastated, he took his own life to Nepturin, only to discover she was still alive.
You made me the man I always wished to be.
When Cleopatra realized that both her love and her kingdom were doomed, she chose her own end, a Pharaoh, with the bite of an asp. Thus ended the reign of Egypt's last pharaoh.
But not her legacy.
People often tell their story as a tragedy, but truly, it is a story of courage. Courage to love who the world forbade them to love. Courage to stand side by side against the greatest power of their time.
Courage to choose each other, even when destiny turned against them.
Cleopatra and Mark Antony did not just love one another. They dared to live a life without regret. More than 2,000 years have passed. But every time we retell their story, it reminds us: live boldly, love deeply, and choose the life you'll be proud to remember.
If you'd like to hear more inspirational stories from history, leave a comment below or suggest the next legend you want us to explore.
And if you'd like to join me on more journeys into the past, feel free to follow this channel.
See you in the next story.
For Cleopatra, the stars were not just gods, but instruments of power in a volatile world. Welcome, esteemed envoys. I trust your journey across the Great Sea was favorable.
You stand ready, soldier. Rome depends on your courage today.
For Rome, General.
Soldiers, look to the horizon. Today we fight not just for land, but for the soul of Rome.
Show no mercy!
As the Sul dipped low, Cleopatra's opulent barge, with its iconic purple sails, signaled Cleopatra, the last pharaoh, understood that power was not taken, but revealed.
You should have seen the look on his face when the horse bolted.
He was covered in flour.
Oh, Antony, you are truly incorrigible.
To us. There is no city like this in all of Rome, is there, Antony?
None that shines so brightly, my queen.
We attack by sea at dawn. The legions must hold the line here, while the fleet swings wide around their flank. As the fleet burned, so too did Antony's hopes of empire.
The asp and the lotus, intertwined symbols of Egypt, fate and beauty, death and rebirth.
Love deeply. Live boldly.